Chapter 1. The Fal'Cie awaits. A massive object is transported through the sky over the hanging edge. This object is a pulse vestige, a low artifact than a Bodum landmark. 2 days ago, it was discovered that the vestige housed a long-dormant pulse Fal'Cie. Fal'Cie had slumbered undisturbed on the outskirts of a cocoon city for centuries. The Sanctum decrees that the presence of the pulse entity and its corrupting magic forces have tainted the entire population of the city and orders the purge. For different reasons, Lightning and Saz now make their way towards the very being that was the catalyst for so much tragedy. No, meanwhile, is crushed by feelings of guilt after many die under his command. He only emerges from his gloom when Gaddo reminds him that the Fal'Cie is holding a certain young lady captive who needs her hero now more than ever. Hello there everyone, welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XIII. Hopefully I have fixed the audio issue and the in-game audio is a bit louder and my voice is a bit lower. That's the hope. Also it should be in 60 FPS and in 1440p. So the graphics quality should be a little bit better as well for you. It means my file sizes are bigger too, but that shouldn't be a problem. As long as it's rendering and not encoding slowly. That's all I really care about. Seems to be playing fine on my end. I don't know if the game actually plays in 60 FPS or 30, but I feel like it's possibly 30, which means I could potentially change my renderer to render in 30, which would make it a lot better. But we'll see.
I want every weapon ready to fire. Stay sharp.
All right, on my go.
Right.
Go!
Get punched, fucko. This could have been a good hand grenade, but oh well. We're going for some punches. Some icicle punches. Snow, you're not supposed to miss, mate. Just to hit them. Powerful strength attacks. Here we go. Yeah, I think this sounds better now. But as always, I check after every episode, and if I don't like it, I change it. You could say, well, why don't you make sure it's fine before you start? Yeah, good. Good point. But that's effort. And I'm not the most interested in lots of effort.
That's a sad sound. Where's the soul?
That's pretty.
Okay. Hey, Godot.
Yeah?
If you don't know who you gotta save, you just protect them all, right?
Something on your mind? You got plenty of time for thinking on the way, hero.
Yeah.
Heroes don't need plans. Heroes don't need to think. I'm a fucking idiot. Blah 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 blah. I'm Snow.
Ready! Go!
We can save everyone, even though you couldn't even save one woman.
Hey! It's us! It's us!
Don't shoot!
Snow!
Since when do you care about kids?
Favor for a friend.
Okay.
Hey, Snow! You made it!
Hey, yo. So,
Hey.
you really managed to use that thing?
I think I'm done.
You're done when we are.
Ow! What?
That's the one.
Didn't you have something to tell him?
Yeah,
All right then.
but
I'll go with you.
what?
This fucking pair. I will never like them.
You have no idea what it was like. Oh.
Everyone safe?
The army's no match for Nora.
I meant the kids.
All accounted for.
Okay. Let's keep it that way, all right? I'll swing by the vestige. Keep the kids out of trouble.
You got it. Say hi to the missus for me. You go skirt chasing, I take care of the kids. Some husband.
Dinner's on me.
Better be home cooking.
When's the wedding, lover boy?
Well, don't worry, none of you are invited.
We're still going.
Hey, you serious?
What about me?
Catch you later.
Hope is such, at least for now, a little bitch boy. It's like, please. I now gotta play as him. Let's have a look at their opening things. I think I've already done these two, but that's okay. We got an air wing, and Vanille has no weapon, which is interesting. Of attack and attack. All just like really basic guys, but Vanille has a lot of HP. Considering. And Hope has like the lowest HP in the game. From pretty much the whole game. Let's have a look at this little bike. I think I need to change the decibels on the audio up about 4 more. It should be okay, but we'll see. Certainly going to be better than it was last time.
I want to tell him. It's just that...
Say, you know how to fly this?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. In you go. That way.
No.
Huh?
If we go in there, that thing could... It could make us l'Cie. This is... I don't think I can...
You can do it.
What are you two doing?
Here we go!
Quickly. Away!
Get back here! You hear me? Hey!
Action Hero Supreme Hope.
Pulse XIII. It held our future. And our fate.
Guess where this story's going? I bet you can't in 2 guesses or less. Except you absolutely can. Right, let's save. Don't save over that file, whatever you do. Even if I did, I don't think I'd mind that much. It'd just be a pain in my ass.
Now, where is the... Oops. Well then... Guess it's just us.
What did you expect? Even soldiers know not to go near the foul sea. You become a pulse l'Cie, and you're finished.
What do you mean, finished?
Haven't you heard, Miss...
Vanille.
Huh?
My name. And yours?
Hope. Thank you. What were we thinking?
Well, since we're here, let's look around.
Well, okay. Here's one of my, immediately at the start, one of my favourite songs in the game. I like it a lot. It just has a lot of an air of mysticism to it. And a sort of like...
Oh, check this out.
eeriness that I like a lot.
Vanille, where are you?
Well,
That's,
The most ridiculous weapon in the universe. That's what that is. We'll show you what it is. It's like a 3-pronged yo-yo that shoots out threads. You'll see in a second. I like the battle theme in this game a lot too.
You're gonna regret this.
Here we go. So Vanille and Hope start with 3 attacks. It's real good. Look at that. It's like a fucking multi-pronged yo-yo of death. Does it make any sense at all? No. Actually, it looks like Vanille's the only one who starts with 3 attacks. The other 2 don't. That's fine. Just 3 attacks, but they attack very slowly. So it's actually not that great.
Okay, back to exploring.
It's an attack you won't see very often as well. Because soon we won't be able to use physical attacks anymore. Better stay close. No worries. I wonder if there's something that's happening right now. I can't remember.
Sure this is the right way?
You might have noticed that we're not getting experience at all. There doesn't seem to be any way of getting level ups or anything like that. Right now there's not, but I wonder if it's counting the XP, because you can level up eventually.
How are we supposed to get out of here?
I don't remember if it is, or whether this is just like a waste of time. I actually don't remember at all. Oh, here's an easy preemptive. Preemptives also take a while, Vanille, because you have to do this with each one.
Take this.
I think Hope's the fastest preemptive striker. We don't have any group attacks, I don't think, with these 2. Only single attacking unit.
I thought this place was
Attacks.
supposed to be empty.
So he can't do anything like Blitz or Hand Grenade,
with her?
because these characters are all so bad.
Please don't go
Antherans have a huge amount of visual range in a very short cone, like right in front of them. They're very good at hitting things right in front of them, and very, very bad at hitting things far away.
Yay, us.
So if you're beside them or like behind them, they can't see you. If you're in front of them, they can see you for ages. Like that one over there, the back one, saw me because his cone was far enough that it saw me. It doesn't really matter. We're not likely to die. Hope might die because he's very weak, but Vanille should be fine. He has more than enough health to survive a lot of hits. And it is very unlikely that we'll actually have to struggle with that. Vanille is almost like a tutorial character in this sense. She stays in the party, but she is like borderline invincible at this point in the game. Because they want to get you through the story right now. There's very little risk of any death, which I'm glad for because I don't want to die, obviously. But it's also a bit annoying. I like a bit of danger. I'd have a hard mode on if there was a hard mode. All enemies' guard areas limited by their fields of vision or other means of detection. Upon entering a guarded area, there's a chance the enemies or enemies patrolling will take notice. If your trespass is observed, a warning icon, or the upside down triangle, will appear over their heads of any enemies alerted to your presence. These foes will then become hostile, taking up defensive positions or rushing forward to attack. If your party leader comes into contact with an enemy, a battle will begin. Battles begin normally if the enemy is aware of the party's presence. If the enemy was caught off guard, however, the party will be able to make a preemptive strike. Certain enemies, like Zwerg Scandroids, have extremely narrow fields of vision and can easily be approached unnoticed. It's always advantageous to do so if possible, as initiating a preemptive strike forces enemies to enter battle with enter battle with their chain gauges near the staggering threshold.
That?
Thanks, video game. Basically, if they look directly at you,
It's his.
they'll probably get into a fight.
Where is he?
But if they don't look directly at you, like, right, so I walked into his vision, which is directly in front of him.
You're gonna regret this.
But it's okay, honestly. We might lose our first 5-star hit. But Hope picked up the slack, so maybe we'll be okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Wasn't pretty, but we did it. I've found that it's not really worth trying to worry about making sure we get preemptive strikes in this game. I prefer just to live, mainly. I'm not... The reason why I say this is because I'm not very good at getting preemptive strikes in this game. I'm a lot better at it in FF13 too, which I may play eventually, but not for a long time because it's not a mainstay series. I never played 10-2 either. on the channel. I never streamed it either, and I streamed FF10. The reason why I didn't do that is because I just don't like the spin-off games as much as the base ones. I will play FF15 on the YouTube channel though. So as soon as FF13's done, expect 15 to follow, not too closely behind it, but close enough. Hope's got this. There you go. Good job, buddy. Still don't like you, but we're going to have to use you a lot because I don't like you, and therefore I use you in the party for the rest of the game. That's how this playthrough is. Like a torture for fun.
Aren't you scared?
Not so much.
You really don't get it.
Pulse Falsey and Lissy are bad news. That's why Cocoon kicked them out. Live too close to the Falsey, one-way ticket to Pulse. That's the purge in a nutshell.
If they catch us here, they'll purge us too. And
What's
then...
your problem?
What's my... Pulse is hell on Earth.
We'll be okay. Calm down.
Get off me.
How do you know it's hell on Earth? Have you ever been?
Sarah? Huh? Can you hear me? Where are you?
I hate when people say places are hell on Earth they've never actually been. How do you know? You can say it looks like hell on Earth. That's fine.
Don't worry, Sarah. Your hero is on his way.
Of course. Of course, her hero. You're her hero.
Wonder what that's for.
People with hero complexes annoy me too. Lots of things annoy me. But, you know, people who think they're everyone's savior. They're going to save humanity. They're going to help everyone out. No. Everyone's just as selfish as everyone else. Just in different ways. And that's not to say that being selfish is a bad thing. Because I don't think it is. I think that everything has a time and a place, including being selfish. Right, let's go down this way. We got some new shops available, but we don't need the stuff they have. So I'm not interested, and it just makes me feel bad, because in this game, the one thing I'll say about this game compared to like almost every other Final Fantasy, but it became a thing in FF13 and continued in FF14 and stuff like that, is that getting money is really hard. At least right now. Getting gil is a problem that will persist throughout the entire game. My favourite Final Fantasy FF7 is really easy to get money. And that's probably like too far the other way. It's like too easy. All you have to do is get a Mastered All Materia, and that's 1.3 million gil. And getting a Mastered All Materia is really easy to do. And once you have 1.3 million gil, you can buy pretty much whatever you want for the rest of the game. And that's like not really very fun, but it's very easy, and you can make yourself feel like a millionaire. But at the same time, it does kind of detract from the game a little bit, because you no longer have any need to fight, basically. You can buy any weapon you want, you can buy any materia you want. But in this game, you just don't get money at all. Very rarely. But there are ways to make money in this game that are worth doing. That's pretty cool, like the rearranging platforms thing. First saw that in Harry Potter and the stairway thing in the Hogwarts, and that was really sick. I actually played the Hogwarts Harry Potter games before I actually saw the movies. Around about the same time, for sure, but I played Chamber of Secrets and Philosopher's Stone on PlayStation 1, I think.
Still won't budge? I think the door's winning.
Why didn't I listen?
Beg your pardon?
It was me. This is my fault.
Beg your pardon?
Cover your ears.
Huh? Oh, blast charge? Oh, wait, hold on. All right, hold. All right, go for it! Make it happen!
I'm so sorry. Please let me in. Please?
Hey! What? How'd you open it? After you.
I love Saz. He's like my favorite guy. Oh, you want to blow up the door? Okay, cool. Wait, what? No explosion. Shrouds are special single-use aerosols that can only be used outside of battle and grant the party tactical advantages. Fortisol and Aegisol bestow their bonuses at the start of battle. Deceptisol, on the other hand, shields the party from enemy detection, eliminating any concerns of being spotted and attacked. It is useful for avoiding combat and also for launching preemptive strikes. Enemies like Pantherans, who field your vision allow them to monitor wide areas, normally turn hostile and display warning icons as soon as they are approached. Apply a spray of Deceptisol, however, and you'll have no trouble gaining a preemptive strike. Open the shroud menu, press while exploring, select a shroud with and then press to use it. To close the menu without using a shroud, press shroud effects wear off after a brief duration, so be sure to time their application carefully. Okay.
Folks can learn a thing or two about interior design. There you go, stomping off on your own.
Yeah, you want to use the shrouds for this fight, but I don't want to use the shrouds. And apparently I was wrong. Pantherans have very wide angles of vision, but you can still go easily from behind them. There's probably like a semicircle cone in front of them, actually. But you saw that I went from the side of them and got the preemptive on them before. So it's probably just about 150 degrees, something like that. So if you come up from the 180 degree angles, you'll be fine, but any more than that, you might struggle. You remember I give Saz the extra health. This was not a mistake. This is fine. And again, Saz and Lightning and everyone else besides Vanille right now only has 2 AP. I'm glad I didn't cancel the attack. I thought about it. I thought about doing
Easy, do you?
one attack, but the second one wouldn't. I needed the second one to actually kill him. Oh, here we are.
No reason to go picking fights, right?
Death zone. Right, run away. You can get out of people's aggro range like this. You see how
Some kind of welcoming present from that first recon team
they're not actually fighting me? Here we go. Easy fight. Easy preemptive. See how fast Lightning's preemptive is compared to Vanille's? A lot quicker. Bye. This is like an easy 2-second win. Yeah. That's what I like to see. 2-second wins. I'm all about them. I think 2 seconds is about the fastest you can do it. I don't think you can get any faster than 2 seconds. Right, now see, because I went from behind them and they gave up on me, I can easily do this to them as well. And that's a strategy that is actually very useful. Just to avoid attacks by running behind them and outside of their aggro range, and then coming back at them from the other direction. It doesn't work for all enemies. Some enemies will always be alert to you, no matter what you do. But some are just completely fine with you running past them and they go, oh well, guess he's gone. Preemptives just make me happy, so that's why I do them. Right, turn around, you. And you turn around and all. Yeah. You want to make sure you're actually in their aggro range before you fight them, because sometimes if you run into an enemy while it's outside of its own aggro range, like the little arena that you fight them in, you can lose. Preemptive. Like, you just have to fight them normally. I don't know if it's a glitch or intended, but you can run into those Scandroids and not actually get into a fight in preemptive mode. Right, now because I did that, I can go out of his aggro range, but see, he was still alerted to my presence, so it didn't matter that I left the aggro range, he still saw me. I don't know if that's a glitch, I don't think it is, I think it's intended. So you can't just do that. You can't just run away straight away and get straight back into the fight and preempt them. I think you have to wait a moment. We want them to hit Saz, as you may expect, because he has the most HP. And we still don't need to use potions right now. If we have to use potions, we did something wrong. We don't have to use potions because we can get them into stagger. And as soon as we get them into stagger, we can now just, like, do this in perpetuity and get them stun locked, which is nice. Mainly me, though. Like that. There we go. Mainly lightning gets them into stun lock by cancelling attacks. And it is a strategy you'll want to employ for the whole game. But some of it involves learning when you can actually attack an enemy. Right, so you want them to give up. Then he backs up. He backs away. You need to turn around. There you go. Oh shit. Turned around again straight away, which is unfortunate. I could always use Decepticide, but I want to save those because they're actually quite rare. Now I don't want to get into attacking him here because I'm not in his aggro range. I think this will be a normal hit. Yeah. See how I ran into the back of him and he didn't know I was there? But I actually didn't get the preemptive. That's what I'm talking about. It's like you attacked him right in front of him. You have to go into their red zone, which is not based on the enemy, it's based on the map. As you can tell, the enemy was walking around the map quite happily, and I wasn't in the aggro range. It's no big deal. It's just something to bear in mind. But luckily, the battle win counter does take into account whether you got a preemptive strike or not. Right, do I want the Gladius? It's a strength weapon. I like strength weapons. What can I say? Magical weapons will be better, but strength weapons are cool for right now. The model of the weapon doesn't change here, but it will change in an actual fight, which is really nice. Armor never changes. I look like this for the whole game.
Robotic death machines. Fantastic.
Right, let's run away. Try and get past them. You can run straight past them like that. Skip the fight.
If those things are still around, might be some soldiers trapped in here too. Except they'd probably be l'Cie by now. Huh?
I didn't mean to skip
Not
it,
even human anymore.
but oh well.
Just post l'Cie. Enemies are
I think I do that every playthrough. I forget where the loading trigger is.
Can't show them any mercy.
So we don't know what l'Cie are yet. The game doesn't explain it very well.
There's the next one.
We're thinking probably some kind of demon, right? We get too close to this big old machine, we turn into demons. And whatever the demons are need to be killed. Makes sense. We're inside the fal'Cie, so it's very likely we're going to get turned into these demon things. Who knows if there's a cure for it or anything like that. Right now we don't know any of this information that's very important. But yeah, like I said, you spawn and there's a chest behind you. First of all, why wouldn't Snow have picked that up? He could clearly see it, but that's just how the game is. You have to look behind you every time you spawn. Check behind you. It's just so easy. This fight's kind of hard because I can't do anything with Snow besides like a hand grenade. If this hits all three, we'll win. It didn't hit all three, so now we may struggle. But now we want a hand grenade again. Yeah, good. Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We made the best of a bad situation. I would have wished to have hit all three of them, but oh well. Let's activate this doohickey. This changes something and makes the platforms appear, so we can actually move on.
All right.
And the map gets updated too. You can press square anytime to view the map, which is actually really useful if you want to know where you haven't been, because the little breadcrumbs show you the latest path you took for quite a while. There are lots of nice little quality of life things in this game people don't necessarily take notice of.
Baby. Your hero's on the way.
Mainly because of things like that. You're so focused on hating Snow you don't care about anything else.
Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way.
He's saying that to himself, you know. He doesn't know anyone's listening.
He is here. Calling himself a hero.
He's coming our way.
What should I do?
Tell him what you need to.
But nothing I say'll change what happened.
We could just run away.
Easy. You don't want to talk to the person who you think killed your mum. Rather than do that, let's just run away. You saw what happened. She fell off the bridge. It wasn't out of malice. That's why I don't understand these two. Or at least I don't understand Hope's position. He is blaming Snow, obviously, because he couldn't help her. I get that. But what does he think is really going to happen if they engage him about it? They'll just go, oh yes, I did fuck up. Now I have to kill you to hide the truth. No. People aren't like that. All 5 stars so far, baby. That's it. This is a 5-star playthrough. If I don't get 5 stars even one time, I restart the whole game. I'm joking. I have no intention of doing that. Easy peasy. Every time.
No daydreaming now.
It's so slow. Actually, it's not that slow. It just feels slow. The animation looks slow, you know? Goodbye. Okay. I usually would start skipping battles now, but I feel like in this game there aren't enough of them since they're all like on the map that I might as well not skip them. You can see where they are. I might as well fight them. This is still going to be a normal strike. Yep. That's something they also fixed in 13.2. Enemies can't go outside their aggro range, and it's easier to get preemptive strikes. A lot easier. Some might say too easy. But the balance is around that. The idea that you're definitely going to have preemptive strikes, and if you don't, you're going to have a bad time. Which I think is interesting. Alright, he's dead. Good job, Hope. You did it. There may still be hope for you yet. Sorry. You're not sorry at all, Joey, are you? Nope. Player characters get stuck on the map sometimes, but then they just walk behind you, so it's okay. That could be like, oh, my immersion, it's broken. No, not really. I don't mind. I think it's better than just having the game hang. So you can buy Bangles for 500 gil. You can buy Phoenix down to 1,000 gil. It's expensive, and not worth it, in the least. Let's keep going. Why can't we fight things like that? One other thing you'll notice is we don't ever get back attacked. Like a Final Fantasy staple. We don't ever get in a disadvantageous position. It's either normal fight or preemptive fight. And that is something that stays the same for the whole game. You never get put in like a pincer strike or like a back attack. Unless the game is specifically telling you to. But even then, it's not necessarily like, oh, you're in like all the enemies get to attack you before you get to do anything. I don't think that ever happens. I've played the game before, but I don't remember necessarily every single detail of it. I remember quite a lot, though. Right, 100 gil. Oh, goody.
Take it a little slower.
We can buy another iron bangle. Is it a percentage or is it a flat rate? It's a flat rate. That means it's bad. Percentages are almost always better. Like, okay, so as a percentage, 50 HP right now would be... what? He started with 170, so 10% would be 17. So it'd be about 50%. No, 25%. Yeah. So about 25%, roughly. So you need to... It'd actually be like much closer to 30%, but fuck it. Say the Iron Bangle increased HP by 30%. That'd be a lot better, obviously. You can understand why that would be. You're not idiots.
they don't complete the focus the fal'Cie gave them.
Let's even these odds.
Uh-oh. Hi, Snow. How are you doing, mate? Now we get to fight as Snow. We're fighting ghouls. They are Sith. So now we know some phrases such as focus, Sith, and things like that. We don't know what any of that means. What we do know is that those guys are what we turn into if we don't do the things the fal'Cie tell us to do.
Get in here. You gotta leave. Okay, listen. Find some place to hide and keep quiet. Once I find Sarah, we'll all leave together. You'll be home in time for dinner.
You...
Wait! Who's Sarah?
My wife. Future wife, that is. She's a Pulse l'Cie.
No.
She's here somewhere, along with that fal'Cie. I gotta find her and set her free.
What's wrong with you? Why do you want to help a l'Cie? They're the enemy.
Huh?
How can you save a l'Cie? You're not... That's insane!
Probably. But I gotta do something, right? I'll be back.
Should we wait around for him and hitch a ride?
I'd rather go to Pulse. Why is this happening to me?
Oh no.
When they found the fal'Cie the other day, we were just visiting Bodum. But the army took us. Threw us on that train. Because of that guy, Mom is...
Probably shouldn't leave them alone.
And he wants to help a l'Cie?
Angsty angst boy, please.
Hey again.
Hey. Let's go with him. You gotta talk to him, Hope. If you don't take this chance, you'll regret it forever.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, well.
What's gotten into you, soldier? Thought you came for a fight.
My sister.
Your sister?
She's a l'Cie.
What? A Pulse l'Cie?
The fal'Cie has her captive, but I'll find her.
Is she still... Hey, what was her focus? When she became a l'Cie, what did the fal'Cie order her to do? It wasn't blow up Cocoon or anything like that, was it?
I didn't ask.
Oh, great.
Listen to me. When a person gets cursed by a fal'Cie, they become a l'Cie, and they get given a focus, right? How do I put this? If they don't carry it out, l'Cie end up as one of those things. What I'm saying is, if your sister's gone that far, I mean, she might still... How can I... Oh, man. There's no way to turn a l'Cie back into a human. Even if she completes her focus, there's no changing her fate. She'll live her life as a fal'Cie slave. Don't make her suffer.
Just say it! Any l'Cie. Anyone who might ever become a l'Cie should be wiped off the face of Cocoon. It's people like you that started the Purge in the first place.
He never lets us say if that's what he believes or not.
Oh,
You just think that's what he said, or what he believes. Oh, is this where we just were? Okay. So I missed out on one fight. That's no big deal. So there's Seath. Seath of the Sea who have failed. What a focus is, just basically like a task, an objective that they have to fulfill. But according to Saz, even if they fulfill the objective, it doesn't matter. They still don't become these, but they're like slaves forever. Or so the legend goes. And now 1 attack and 2 attacks should kill them. There we go. I do things in particular order sometimes because I feel like it's the best way of doing it. Doesn't always mean it is the best way of doing it, but it feels like it is. Now, I didn't equip the Iron Bangle on her because I knew I wanted to put more strength on her. On Lightning. That's plus 20 strength, which is actually quite a lot at this point in the game. It becomes not a lot, but right now it's quite a lot. And physical wall means that I take 5 less damage from every attack that hits me. Which, even at this point in the game, is fuck all, and continues to be nothing at all. You like to believe that it's good. It's really not, though. Luckily, thanks to Lightning's borderline stupid attack power now, she just murders everything, which is really sweet. I like murdering everything. It's one of my favourite pastimes, actually. Right. Turn around. Thank you. Right, this is going to be a normal hit, because I wasn't in aggro range. But this is only one guy, so it's no big deal. We attack very hard. And the Gladius looks sweet. This sword's so cool looking. I mean, completely impractical as a weapon, but it looks really cool. I can also move the camera with the right stick, if you didn't know. So if you ever see the camera moving in semi-erratic rays, that's because of me. I'm moving the camera in that way. Not a big problem, I just thought I'd let you know. In case you think the game's glitching out. You don't want to misrepresent the game. Okay, here we go. Oh, this guy's only 1 as well. Oh, he's super dead. Bye. When I get the chance, I'm going to make Saz my main damage dealer. But while I'm playing as Lightning, I may as well leave it so that she does the most damage. Soon I won't get much of a choice. Here you go. You're dead. 3-second fights. All good. They're quick and nimble. But mostly just like low impact. Doesn't really affect me very much. The battles still kind of fight themselves right now. There's not a huge amount of strategy. But that does change. Like eventually you do have to start thinking about what you want to do. Not a huge amount. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a massive amount of thinking about what I need to do and where I need to be and all that sort of stuff. But it does exist. The need to be thoughtful of what you're doing and where your attacks are going. Now these two are separate fights to the big guy in the back, and I can't preempt the big guy unless I use a Decepticol, which I'm not going to do. I'm not about that life. That was good. I killed them quickly enough that Saz's second bullets hit this guy and staggered him, so I can do that. Little, what's the word? Optimizations and things like that. Really cool. I like that about this game. Now, this big guy, I don't think I can do anything about him. He doesn't turn around as far as I'm aware. He just backs up. Yeah. So, if I can get past him, which I can't, I would have tried. He's the big guy. The big boss of this area, the Ghast. These big guys are always a problem. At any point in the game you fight them, they're always a problem. They're more powerful, they can do debuffs, they can do all sorts of things. They hit hard. They have a large resistance to stagger, so you're likely going to kill them before you actually stagger them, which is bad because it's slow. I think if I press... Which one is it? Yeah, R1. I can have a look at him. He doesn't tell me anything yet, but he has a stagger point of 120%. He has 900 health. The more you kill, and if you use Libra, you can learn about them. You can find out what they drop, you can find out... You can find out what they give you in terms of money and all sorts of things. Not that any enemies give you money. I think it's no enemies give you any money at all. I'm fairly sure. There we go. You're dead. You want to fight everything you can, to be honest. It's just worth doing. There's no reason not to do it. He does know I'm here still. I didn't give him enough time to give up on me. But it doesn't matter. I can just run straight into these guys, and I should. But I like to do preemptive strikes if I can. It's like a pride thing. There's literally no benefit to me at all. It's not like I'm going to die if I don't preempt them. But there's something about it that makes me want to do it. Now, he turned around too quickly. But that's okay. Pew-pew. Okay, so then. Still angry at me. We're just going to run straight into every enemy from now on. I'm trying to be like strategic and backstab them, but they've put them in corridors where I really can't do that. But this is like, it's kind of a weird thing about this game. Because you'd think, oh, like a corridor of enemies in any other RPG would be a bit scary because you've got to go all the way to the end without being able to heal or whatever. But you heal after every fight. So it's not like I'm in any real danger of death. You know what I mean? If these guys manage to kill me completely in one fight, I deserve to die. He can heal himself, as he is doing. But he might not be healing himself, maybe lowering his stagger gauge. I don't remember. One of those two. He's doing something that he shouldn't be doing. Being a bad one. Right, now double gassed fight. Double gassed fight. Bit annoying. I can't even get through here because their hitboxes are quite large. So we should focus on one guy. And one guy only. This may be, like, actually our first. Not 5-star. If it ever tells me to do blitz, I'm going to ignore it, since I do more damage with 2 attacks. Yeah, fire hurts a lot. Now, I need you to hit lightning if you could. Don't you dare. You bastard. Right. Well, I'm definitely not getting 5 stars now, but I'm not healing him. How many of those can I hit? I can take another one. Unless it hits me for 81, in which case I'll probably die. But we'll see. How many more hits do I have to hit? 3 more times? That's doable. Don't you fucking dare. Thank you. Oh, 4 stars. Oh well. Considering Saz died, that's actually pretty good. Here we are.
Sarah! Time to go. We have to leave before the army. What?
That's a Pulse brand. That girl's a Lassie.
I already told you that.
Pulse Lassie are the enemies of Cocoon.
So they should die?
Listen, if she fails her focus, you know how that'll end.
And killing her is a mercy? You came.
Sarah! Sarah.
Is that my hero?
Let's get you out of here.
Hands off. I'm taking her home.
Sis,
I'm not your sister. You couldn't protect her. It's your fault she...
You can save us.
Sarah?
You can save us. Protect us all. Save Cocoon.
Save Cocoon? Sarah? That was your focus?
anything. I'll do anything. Leave it to me, you'll see. I'll I'll protect Cocoon. I'll save everyone.
Somehow, I'll make things right.
You just relax.
Thank you. Sarah!
Sarah! Sarah!
Why is she turning to crystal?
The sea who fulfill their focus are transformed into crystal and gain eternal life.
Just like the stories say.
Sarah, sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? She's not sleeping!
She's alive.
No.
The legend. Remember the legend. Lassie who fulfilled their focus turn to crystal and gain eternal life. It's the same with Sarah. Eternal life. She's not dead. Sarah's my bride-to-be. I promise to be hers forever. I don't care how many years I have to wait.
It's over! Open your eyes and face reality!
Sarah, does becoming a Lassie really mean losing everything? What now?
The army.
Don't you fucking do that to me. Program files.
Almost in place. Surface team, what is your
Hopefully that
status?
didn't break the recording.
Good to go. Resistance is under control. The assault proceeds as planned. Leave no trace. The pulse vestige never existed.
What's happening?
Must be a sanctum strike. Bring down the vestige and the foul sea right with it.
Aren't they taking it back to Pulse? That's what the purge was, right?
All they care about is getting everything from Pulse off Cocoon. Dead or alive, it's all the same.
We can't stay here. They'll kill us.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Trenchcoat, where you going?
Day with the foul sea. Got some things to talk about.
What? You gonna ask it to help her? Are you out of your mind, kid? That thing wants to chew us up and spit us out.
Well, what do you want me to do?
What?
Lightning?
Here we go.
Oh, great. Let's go talk to the evil death monster. It'll be fine. So we've got Lightning, Snow, and Saz. We're all together. The dream team. They're gonna run through. I'm not about that life, though. I don't need to run through. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight everything. We got 3 people, so this should be fairly easy. Of course, the game expects us to hit hard now, and expects us to do better with 3 people, so the game does reflect that in our scores. There's only, you know, one of them. I'm sure they'll be fair. There you go. 5 stars, easy peasy every time. Instead of saying, you know, when I don't get 5 stars that I've made a mistake, I'm going to say the game made a mistake. So, current game mistake count 1. The game was mistaken 1 time so far. The whites have a chance that you just miss, and you miss quite a lot on them. It's really annoying, but hopefully it doesn't happen too often. But turn around, mate. You know you wanna. Oh, guess you don't want to. Hit the gas first. I think it's when the white has other enemies that it misses, so you need to leave it for last. Which is an intrinsic like design choice, because its wind slash hurts a lot, which is why they do it. And now he's on his own, we should be able to hit more often, maybe. Yeah, see, it's just like random that it just misses. I think it's like 25% that all attacks miss, which means that the game made a mistake again. Right. We're going to end the episode here, and then next episode what we're going to do is we're going to have a little word with the fal'Cie. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.